Aramis can basically negate your engage. So it becomes very tricky this time.
Yep. Yeah, I think they have the Matilda, they have the Kaja. The thing is, they have the Valentina too, so that hero can copy the Netherrealm. So I think they're less scared about that. They might even just focus on heroes for the XP. Oh, they ban Kaja themselves.
The Kaja.
Ooh, interesting.
I like it. I think it's solid
I like
overall. I like you too, LaFell. I think we've really bonded over these series.
Yeah.
We're blood brothers.
We're blood brothers.
Just give me a knife.
Ooh.
I got you.
All right.
Diggy ban, perhaps, for Onic?
That's the route is that the route they went last time? But they had a different
Fight for the
Hilda ban.
Okay.
Because
Understandable.
potentially they could use the Diggy if they want. I mean, they don't have to. Again, they don't have to, but we saw the power of Faramis and Diggy.
Yeah.
But they're not like heavy CC. The only thing the Diggy would be helpful
Okay.
against well, I'm saying for Blacklist, if Blacklist wanted to try to pull the Diggy. The only thing that's really helpful is like resetting the weakness points.
Yeah. That's right.
For honor.
So that's the Tigreal. Are you tempted to go for Minotaur for Onic? I mean,
I think so.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
It's always like, why not?
And it just works so well.
I mean, if you really want to cover your roamer, then okay, sure, pick up an EXP because the Turtle is still open. Arlet is still open. If they want the Dire off as well to potentially win the lane, sure, why not? The EXP, the world is your oyster, man.
Yeah.
Even the Lapu, if you want to use the Lapu.
The Lapu is great for Onic in a way that if the Faramis Netherrealm was copied, now they have the advantage. At the same time, Blacklist would want to use that hero too. I think that Lapu Lapu in this particular game is great for Blacklist International. So there's some merit for Onic to kind of steal it away from them.
It looks like, judging by the facial expression of
when I give the word.
Khalid.
Boots with the Khalid again. I think he played it well last time. There was definitely a few moments that were iffy, but definitely a chance to redeem himself here on this Khalid. It's still a solid pick, a great hero, able to try to target down on UA or try to force Oheb on this Claude into kind of a sticky situation or a bad position.
I wonder if Blacklist are interested in getting the Valier. You know, it's a very huge throwback, but it's a hero that actually deals well with the Faramis composition. But of course, why change it up? You go Minotaur, and now Onic goes for Diggy.
That actually might be the answer, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, three big AoE crowd controls, man.
You have to.
Yeah.
Here's the question, though. Do they do damage, Diggy?
Of course.
Oh.
Of course.
Is that the meta now?
That is the meta now.
Duh.
So, but was it the meta before? Is that
Enchanted-
did Deus Vault set that?
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, you see the potential, right?
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like with Onic, they don't have to use the Diggy. It's just more flavorful than anything.
I think Edith might be the consideration for Keyboy because that's a hero that can tank the damage. When it comes to like, and of course the Matilda. Matilda Faramis typically being paired by two utility junglers, but this time it's going to be the Lancelot. So I'm not entirely sure if that works so well. Honestly, I like the Blacklist lineup, right?
Yeah,
I agree.
This case, I always feel like Minotaur is the answer to the 1-1. And then now, if you're UA, you want to copy Suns' ultimate instead of the other, big ultimates here. Because now you have Minotaur, Faramis with the Claude against the 1-1. That's like the recipe to counter the 1-1, to perfectly counter the 1-1. So honestly, I'm liking Blacklist's draft.
I will say this, that every time we see these indexes, they have almost always favored Blacklist draft. But somehow, Onic has continued to kind of like prove the computer wrong, right? Yeah. So even though I do kind of favor the CC, the set potential, all of those things,
till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
Match point for Onic. This is the final chance for Blacklist International to push this all the way to game number 5. If not, it's all Onic. Welcome to the Land of Dawn.
All right, welcome to the Land of Dawn is right. It feels like we've been here for a while today. Onic trying to go home a little bit early. The Blacklist doesn't want to let that happen. Keyboy already keeping vision on essentially, being aggressive, forcing the retry out there.
Yeah, and same thing can be done by Renegade here. Kyrie not even attacking. He's waiting on his teammates to potentially punish Renegade forcing out the flicker.
So much poke between like the Faramis as well as the Matilda, even as a roamer. You're gonna have to be mindful of that if you're a Renegade. You're not that tanky yet, but maybe when he gets the first item up, that's gonna be the time where he can poke. But it's between those two, that's how you do it.
Edward having the Wilderness Blessing means that he is going to try to match the speed, the rotational speed of Boots. So this is going to be interesting, especially because we saw Blacklist International moving together as four very, very quickly with this draft. It is very strong when you move in that kind of pattern.
Yep. CW is going to be able to equalize the lane. I think that this is almost a repeat of game number 2. Game number 3.
Oh, this is exactly where the first blood happened last time. This time, Kyrie not going to be able to get it.
Yep.
You know, in the last game, when we had this matchup in the gold lane, CW was kind of getting the better, but this time it just shows like how it's always a mechanical battle between the both of them, because this time Oheb seems to kind of be pushing CW back a bit.
Yeah. Now, looking at Onic as well as Blacklist International, they are hovering around the troll area. Looking at Boots, taking quite a little bit of damage, trying to get that level 4 as quickly as possible. Both teams here, I don't know, I'm a little bit unsure about who has the advantage in the turtle fight here.
I would say Blacklist International, because they have the heavy spin, and at this point, like only Sans has the ultimate, and Yue can copy that, so it's a wash. So I think Renegade also level 4, so I think this is Blacklist.
We're about to find out. Boots is going to try to come in. Kyrie as well. Able to dodge some No One's Fury. Big Raging Sandstorm. But the Netherrealm gives them space, and Sensui takes the first turtle.
All right, that was a little bit... Both teams definitely saw that they were fighting for something. Onic, it did seem like they want to fight for the turtle, but Blacklist International, I kind of feel like they were flirting with the idea of converging this into a team fight, but then it's like, okay, we've used a lot of our ults, just relax a bit, don't force things out. This is game number 4, match point for Onic. This is not a game where you want to force things out, where you want to make a mistake.
All right, Renny J, gonna keep tabs on Keyboy here. Things definitely, there's no first blood. I feel like the past 3 games, there's always been at least 1 kill in these first few minutes, but both teams definitely pacing. You mentioned it, Onic, they're at match point. They don't want to try to rush this. They want to just try to get the dub.
Now Renegade moving forward, gets pulled back.
Raging Sandstorm forces another flicker out of Renegade there. Still nothing on the board.
Now Blacklist International with a 1,000 gold lead. This is a very comfortable lead. This is why I feel like the Minotaur should be it's really the game changer, right? I like it a lot versus the 1-1 because it tanks the damage, it has a knock-up, and it protects your teammates. Let's just say that the CW flies over Fertilo. You can just heal him up, and now Sans very quickly was taken out.
I mean, Blacklist International showed no mercy there because they understand how fast Sans can move. He didn't even have time to use his flicker.
Yep.
Chain CC'd all the way.
And once again, it's consistently like 4 of Blacklist International trying to make the attack. CW looking for Oheb here. Blacklist wanted that. You can tell they want that pick on a CW so bad. Boots should be able to walk away from this one safely, though. And everything's kind of back to normal. Kyrie going to try to go for the purple buff steal here. Sensui does make it in time, and Sensui's able to save it.
And now Kyrie able to run away. The troll is up, but Kyrie was able to get Sensui to use the retribution. Yep. So Edward here has to control Kyrie because he has the retribution. He can steal this away.
Yep. Edward already positioned himself. Renegade also going advanced. I think Blacklist International's territory and box is just so rigid. Onic cannot do anything about this, and this is a free turtle for Blacklist.
Oh, yes, it is.
Nope.
Sensui, that's going to put Blacklist at about a 1.5k gold lead here. Onic, though, they're used to this, man. There's only been 1 game out of the past 3 series that they've started off winning in the laning phase, started off winning in the first 5 minutes. So this is kind of normal. Blacklist, though, as long as they can keep this, especially with now that they have this big set roam, like you mentioned earlier, Wolf, now that they have the Minotaur, they kind of have some answers to what Onic has been beating them with.
Yep. This is much more comfortable for Oheb. With this Claude, he's going to be able to scale, going to be helping me out. Sensui having a level, not really a level advantage, almost a level advantage over Kyrie. When it comes to gold, they're A-okay. This is a much more comfortable spot for the Akai, but it looks like Kyrie is going to be doubling down on invading. And so far, Blacklist International are trying to stop that.
Yeah, looks like Blacklist International, they are the aggressors here, while Onic is the one patiently waiting for their power spikes before really committing into anything. Sans pulling in Yue, Kyrie finds the target. He has the War Axe, he has the damage, but no minions to activate his passives.
Yeah. Wow, this is a very quiet game, but you'll notice that Blacklist is leading by so much. And yeah, this is why I favor their draft, in fact.
Yeah.
I feel like at any point, though, it's going to, I mean, knowing the way these two teams have been playing, at any point, it's going to bubble over, right? At any point, the big fight's going to happen. We're going to have this third turtle coming up in just a second, and it might, whoa.
Oh, Sans playing with fire, man. Like, and he's still holding on to that Netherrealm. Like, the cojones on this guy. Like, not panicking at all.
He knows that if Blacklist commits, overcommits, they can punish. That's why now Sensui is going to control the purple buff of his opponent.
Right, this could be it. Renny J on the front side.
Retribution.
Kyrie unable to get his own purple buff. That could be bad, especially with Turtle coming up right now. Onic might just have to surrender it over.
But, I mean, Sensui doesn't have the Retribution, so this is actually a bait from Blacklist. And Onic read through it. They know that even if they have the Retribution, they will not try the 50-50 this time. Because they can be turned upon. So, yeah, great play coming up from Blacklist.
We gotta say, this is twice now that Sensui has showed Kyrie that he used the Retribution on the buff, and without any fear, still taking the turtle. And this looks a little bit like, not super like Game 1, but reminiscent of Game 1, where Blacklist is controlling the side lanes.
That's right.
Able to get the outer turrets, and then Onic is just biding their time. They're just like, it's okay, we're gonna lose minimally. We might lose a bit, but we're not gonna lose a lot.
So this time Blacklist needs to try to make them lose a lot, right? Like, they need to kind of start closing the door a bit faster. They need to make sure this first Lord really matters if they're able to get it. They can't let Onic drag this out, because we've seen time and time again now that when we get into the late game, Onic is really able to just prosper in those long, drawn-out team fights.
Oh, T-Boy taking a lot of damage.
Is able to back off, though. CW now in the midst of things. Bouncing around, looking for the target, and Renny J gets Minoan's Fury, but does not connect. Now Onic wants to try to fight back. Two Netherrealms come out for both sides, but Blacklist is a little bit delayed after. That's going to maybe give them a bit more of an advantage as they have a bit more time to fight on. Onic, Blacklist, nobody able to get a kill there.
Yeah, but this
Oh.
is... Okay. Oh.
No.
Edward pulled back in. Final slash.
It's a bait.
Boots taken out. Sensui finds it.
It's a trap.
Boots went for it.
Boots went for it. He sprung it.
Now Keyboy just dealing poke damage at this point. Ohib now having the corrosion scythe. A healthy minion wave is gonna come up top. Yue and Sensui, they're just trying to push Onic away. They want this turret.
Yeah,
And now
Onic has to be careful with it, man.
Exactly. Oh,
To
him.
the backside with a blazing
He doesn't have a teammate.
1v3.
No
Gonna flicker
teammate.
back.
Wait, he got
does it
Keyboy.
safely. He found Keyboy.
1v3. Oh, him. Oh, my God. Nobody nearby.
Who is this guy?
Who is this guy?
I mean, at that point, I think Onic would be like, this is a bait, right?
Yeah.
I mean, someone is around, right? He can't be doing this alone.
Wow.
If Onic was watching from our perspective, it's like, why did you do that?
You know what? Maybe Oheb deserves some, I don't know, maybe an award or something about his
Definitely.
killing potential, you know?
It's like, never let them know your next move.
Yeah.
Oheb was like, there's no way I would go for this kill, right? That's why I should do it.
But honestly, this is when like Oheb thrives. Whenever he starts like getting on a roll, he feels confident. That is honestly when he plays at his best. And that's a dangerous place for Onic right now. When Oheb's comfortable, when he's happy, when he's going and he's moving, he can destroy other teams with that.
And now the Lord is marching up top. Blacklist International with a clear lead, but only 3 kills to 0. Very low kill score, but a lot of engages coming in from both teams.
All right. Watch for Edward in that final slash. CW able to get, oh, Kyrie as well, but the moment's fury. Edward finds Keyboy, Samsui finds Sans. It's a 1-for-1 right now. No, 2-for-0. Oheb gonna pop off, it's bad for Boots. Boots in a bad spot. Edward taking a couple shots to the face, able to back off though. Kyrie taking way too much damage. Just escapes with the Phantom execution, but the Lord is marching in.
What a great bait again from Yue.
This is a good draft.
This is a good draft. How do you even penetrate this time? And Sensui is very comfortable. They can even take another turret. But the passive Kyrie.
Oh, Kyrie in trouble, able to dash out once again.
He was able to avoid that final slash.
That's right. With the puncture. And by the way, Yue just baited out Kyrie once again. Fortunately for Onic, they have the Paramis ultimate, but Yue almost took out Kyrie for the team. Uses the flicker to dodge Kyrie's initiation and then gets out. The punish as well. Eventually, CW was baited out afterwards, and now, I mean, in Blacklist International, they are very comfortable this game.
Gentlemen, this is potentially a perfect game coming in from Blacklist.
That's
6-0.
That's 0.
Who will die first? It can't be a perfect game, right? Onic has to find a way.
Yeah.
They find something.
They'll find something.
They'll find something.
Oh, maybe not.
But maybe not.
Oheb's on fire right now, 3-0-2.
What was the pep talk? What did they say in the dugout?
I don't know.
Oheb, you got this. You heard people screaming UA. Don't you want people screaming Oheb?
You see all those CW MVPs?
Oh, dude. That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Whew. 40,000 damage dealt by Oheb.
Kyrie?
Kyrie.
That's not the help. Still has a dash.
Yeah,
Without
he's
guiding
just
away.
opening the map.
Yeah.
He can't really do a whole lot right now. All he can do is kind of put his feelers out. The major crucial thing, this next Lord, normally a 12, a 13-minute Lord, I wouldn't be too worried about, but the way that Blacklist is playing right now, they could end it here.
By the way, Kyrie is the only one that hasn't died yet on the side of Onic. The only one that hasn't been taken down.
Oh, that's tough.
And Oheb stuff, man.
Oheb stuff, you're tough.
Oheb is tough. The Lord is getting started. Oheb says we don't care. They want to end this now. They want to go back home.
CW with a little bit of split push up top. There's no going home if Blacklist wins this. We're going to game 5. That's where we're going, Lavelle.
Yeah, but they could end it quick, man. It's like, what, 13 minutes now, 7.4K goal lead? Whoa, this is a good draft.
A wonderful draft from Blacklist International. I cannot see a way for Onic to kind of defeat them unless they get outplaced, right? That's I mean, like macro-wise, like theoretically, Onic Indonesia, they don't have a way to kind of recover from this unless there's a miracle, right? They find an opening, they find a kill to Oheb, they will utilize Sans and the damage output, and CW will be able to fly. Or maybe it will be Boots to utilize his Kali to kind of eliminate Oheb eventually. But, you know, overall, this is so difficult.
The defense.
So what does Onic do here?
Defend.
Defend.
As best
Cross
as
your
they can.
fingers, defend, pray for CW.
Whew.
Say not today, fam.
The Lord
Blacklist
marching up top.
International trying to close in. They're going to make their first mark on this mid inhibitor. Should be able to clear it up quick. Oheb chipping away one by one by one. Onic on the defense. It was match point, but Blacklist trying to neutralize. Lord is connecting. Kyrie so low. Will get taken out. Renny J able to pick up the kill. Next will be Boots. They're falling. Who will be the next? Oheb with the blazing duet. Yue able to get picked up by Sans, but it's still not enough. It's a 1 for 3, and they've locked onto the base. Oheb, a few more shots, and Blacklist International evens the score.
We're going to the 5th game. This best of 5 just changed into a best of 1. An almost perfect game coming in from Blacklist International, pushing Onic to their limit.
This stadium is losing their minds right now. We're losing our minds.
It's lost. I don't know what you're talking about. What is a brain? I'm just running on coffee at this point.